Hello friends. Now foreign medical graduate entrance exams has been over and this is the right time to discuss the what are the questions has been already asked in your examinations. And for this exams is concerned, these questions has been asked from the PSM point of view. This time they have asked more than 30 questions. That is, I am going to discuss more than 30 questions in a stretch. My intention is not to teach you. My intention is totally to give you the emphasis which chapter is important and which chapter is not important in the exams, and is the paper is really tough or it is moderate kind of things. So I am going to discuss every questions one by one in chapter wise fashions with, yes, with a standard textbook reference including the page number, so that you can correlate what you have read during your MBBS school days or MBBS curriculums during basics day sciences. So let's start with question number first. This question is from the chapter Natural History of Disease. What was the question from the Natural History of Disease? The questions was, a man came for the checkup of his father. Remember that, notice this point. He has come to check up for his father having history of cerebrovascular accident. That means his father having history of cerebrovascular accident, and the reason of cerebrovascular accident was here the hypertension. That means what type of prevention it is. The examiner is going to ask what type of prevention it is. He having history of cerebrovascular accident, and this is because of hypertension. That means disease has been already diagnosed, and you know clearly that in secondary level of prevention, what to intervention is early diagnosis and treatment. So they has come for basically the treatment. So the answer of this question will be C. This question has been directly asked from the Park textbook of PSM 25th edition, that is the latest editions, and the question was on page number 42. Now, the question is from the second chapter, that is screening of disease. That means one question is from the natural history of disease and second question is from the screening of disease. What the question has asked? Separation of healthy individual. Mind it, they are going to separate the healthy individual after contact with infected animal for the time more than, not more than the longest incubation period. So the options was they are going to separate the healthy individual. That means what is that? This cannot be the isolation because he is going to separate the healthy individual. So it must be quarantine. But this time they have mentioned the quarantine, two option of quarantine. One is modified quarantine and second one is absolute quarantine. What is the quarantine? And what is the modified and absolute quarantine? Modified means you are going to modify something, you are going to give freedom, some kind of freedom to in and out from the quarantine part. So this is the absolute, and absolute quarantine is also known as complete quarantine, where you are going to completely restrict the movement, and in modified quarantine you are going to allow certain things. Okay, so the answer of these questions will be absolute quarantine. The third chapter, that is epidemiology. From the epidemiology they have asked the question, which of the following is indicative of severity of disease? And this question has been asked more than 10 times in NB examination. Earlier it was in the form of DNB examination. Right now they have changed and shift the name of the exam, but not going to shift the questions. And this question has been asked in NB examination in the form of NEET PG examination, and the answer, this is the direct question, the answer will be the case fertility rate. This is basically the indicative of severity of disease. And the standard textbook of epidemiology, that is Goddess, that can be read at the postgraduate level. You are not going to this read in the MBBS curriculum, you are going to read in the PG level, and this will be the final answer. Because for the epidemiology, if you are going to consider the answer from the park, it may be right or it may not be right, but the final answer should be considered by the Goddess textbook, and that is the latest edition, that is 6th edition, page number 125. This has been clearly mentioned about these things. Okay, let's come to the next question. Long term change of a disease are seen in, this is direct definition, they have asked completely direct definition. Long term change of disease are seen in, that is secular trend of disease. They have directly asked these questions, and this is also available on the textbook, Park textbook of PSM 25th edition, page number 74. So you can, why I am emphasizing every time this questions has been asked from Park, because Park is the standard textbook for the MBBS undergraduate student, and you have to read this Park textbook in the second year MBBS, third year MBBS, and the recent guideline that this next pattern has been changed, and the competency based syllabus has been arrived in the MBBS curriculum, and right now PSM is the first year subject. Right now you have to read PSM in first year, second year, third year. So that's why I am emphasizing you must read Park thoroughly. Another question from the same chapter: a researcher conducts a serial follow-up study for a certain time period. Serial follow-up study for a certain time period. They are going to conduct what? Serial follow-up study. Follow-up study. The disease frequency increases with the time. What they have mentioned? The disease frequency increases with the time. Now they are asking what it is. It is incidence, it is prevalence, relative risk, and cumulative incidence. Remember that this is the serial follow-up study. What this indicates? This indicates this is a cohort study. Cohort study. And in cohort study, you are finding incidence. But they have mentioned clearly disease frequency increases with time. What does indicates? This indicates that if 100 cases occur in January, 200 cases occur in February, 250 cases occur in March, or it may be the year. That means with time the cases are increasing. Cases increasing means new cases are increasing. That means there is cumulative increase in new cases. That is, they are directly going to ask cumulative index. So answer of this question is cumulative index, not a cumulative incidence, not incidence. Okay, and this you will find it on 6th edition, page number 46. Another question from the same chapter: a researcher was conducted a study to assess the relationship of depression. That means disease is depression. Depression associated with history of social media use. Why they have asked these questions? They have asked this question just because the current scenario, the new generation is completely shifted on the social media, and the social media use with depression, the study was. That means they have created two groups. One group is having social media use with depression, and another group is having social media use without depression. That means not having depression. That means one is case and another one is control. So this is kind of case control study, and you will find this on Codis Epidemiology, 6th edition, page number 157. Now, first time they have asked the question related to the international health. And what was the question related to the international health, and why this topic is important? Because this time the COVID pandemic is going on all over the world. And here the question was, a country is suspecting a unknown severe disease. The first time one country is suspecting a severe unknown disease, that means that disease has not been noticed, that they are completely a new disease which may be international public health concern. What is the probable time within which you should report to WHO? That means if some unknown disease, severe disease has occurring in any country, you must report to WHO about that within 24 hours. And this is international health regulation. Many disease where international health regulation is follow up, like yellow fever, polio. Which type of polio? Polio two types, that is, it may be the paralytic polio or it may be wild variety of polio. Yes, this is SARS. This comes under international health regulation. Cholera cholera yes, cholera. Human influenza. This also comes under, but mind it, tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is not comes under IHR. You must know about this. One question has been asked previously, may come in future in your NEET PG examinations. That is, which is the disease which earlier has been excluded from the IHR, but right now again he has included in international health regulation, and that is a smallpox. A smallpox, earlier excluded, now again included. That is a smallpox. So the answer of this will be 24 hour. Within 24 hour you have to report to WHO, and you will easily find it on the government website. The complete explanation is given on www.cdc.government. Health program. And from the health program, this time they have asked many questions. Why health program is important? Because as a public health expert, or as a MBBS graduate, or as a doctor, you should know what are the program going on around your community, around your medical colleges. What are the beneficiary using that services? Who are the provider of that? So what is the goal, what are the strategy, and what are the planning? Because government are expending too much money about that, so you must know about the health program of each. And this time they have asked first investigation. They are asking not about the confirmatory investigation, they are asking about the first investigation done for the tuberculosis diagnosis, or in case of HIV, in HIV tuberculosis diagnosis. And they are asking the first investigation. Why they have asked these questions? Because earlier the question was TB diagnosis first investigation, and the first investigation was chest x-ray or sputum microscopy. But right now in the recent program they have added cbnat, cartridge based nucleic acid amplification test. They have right now added this if the patients come for the TB, but this is the case of TB with HIV, and they have completely recommended that TB with HIV, the first most investigation to diagnose is cbnat. So answer of this question will be CBNet E. Okay, let's go for the another question for the health program. And this time they have asked, the first time they have asked about the strategy about the INAP, India Newborn Action Plan. What are the things in this India Newborn Action Plan, and they have included which of the following is not a component, and they have given the option about antenatal care, ANC, post postnatal care, care during labor, and target of IMR to double digit by 2030 on health policy and any program. You should follow a standard textbook for the health policy and program, and that book is DK Taneja Health Policy Program in India, and the latest edition, the recent edition is 16th editions, and the page number 163 you will find this detail. What are the 6 pillar of INAP? Preconception, that means before the conceptions, antenatal care, care during the labor, childbirth, immediate newborn care, care of healthy newborn, care of a small and sick newborn, and care beyond the survival. That all are under INAP. And this, the target is not the double digit, target is to single digit. And single digit for this, you have to reduce below 10. And what you are going to reduce the below 10? That is neonatal mortality rate and stillbirth rate. Neonatal mortality rate and stillbirth rate you are going to reduce by less than 10, because you are going to come with single digit. So the answer will be definitely D, target of IMR to double digit by 2030. That should not be there. This is the direct questions, and this question has been repeatedly asked during the Viva table, during the MBBS curriculum or your university examination and semester examination. The what are the goal, what are the vision, what are the target, what are the objective, what are the mission? This is, so which of the following is not constrained by the time or existing resources? That is the visions, and you will find the detail in this book. A person is returning for the malaria endemic country. Mind it. A person is returning from the malaria endemic country, and he should continue malarial chemoprophylaxis. They are coming from where? Malaria endemic country, and they are asking about how many days you are going to continue this anti-malarial chemoprophylaxis. So for the anti-malarial chemoprophylaxis, you have two drugs. Either you are going to give doxycycline, or either you are going to mefloquine. And for the chemoprophylaxis, two type of prophylaxis, either it may be the short term or it may be the long term, but both cases you should continue drug for 4 weeks, and this is clearly mentioned on the page number 306 Taneja Health Policy books. Okay, next question. This is very important question and very interesting questions. Why? Because this time they have asked this question in completely modified options way. And you should also know about a school health program, and in the school health program there are some norms, and that should must be followed by the, or during the making the school or making any policy matter. In a school scenario, a school health guideline include, and the options given, the bench use is minus type of desk. Second option was 60 student per classroom. Third option was light coming from the front of the classroom, and other option was minimum area of 5 square feet per student. If you know this school health program, then you able to answer this, because this is very important. What is the minus type of desk and plus type of desk? In a school, the leg of a student is inside the table, so the posture of a student is maintained. That's why in school they are using minus type of desk. So the first option is correct. What about the second options? They are telling 60 student plus classroom. No, the maximum strength should be 40 student per plus classroom for the school health program. They have given the guideline. They are telling like light coming from the front of the classroom. No, if light is coming from front, then you are going to see the light. It's really true. Not so. Light should must be come from the side. Light should come from the side. So answer is this is also wrong. In future they may ask from which side light should come in the classroom. The light should come from the classroom from the left side. Light, 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 l for left side light should come. They are telling about the minimum area 5 square feet per student. No, it should be 10 square feet for a student. A minimum area should be there for a student. They may ask one urinal for how many students, or they may ask one latrine for how many students, one urinal on 60 student, and one latrine for 100 student must be there for this. So you must know about the school health guideline. So the definitely answer will be in a school health scenario. A school health guideline include minus type of desk. Another questions from the health program, they have asked if you are posted on the district as a head of NBVDCP National Vector Borne Disease Control Program and the malathion spray, you will advise at the frequency of what to have a effective mosquito control. You are posted as a head at the districts level and you are planning to spray the malathion to control the mosquito. So you must decide what will be the frequency when you are going to advise you should spray this. The option was once every fortnight, once every 3 months, two every 3 months, and twice in a year. If you know the residual effect of malathion, then you only can answer this, and that has been given completely in tabular form. What are the residual effect, how many days that is effective, DDT, malathion, everything given on page number 833 on part 25th edition. And the for the malathion, this is 3 months. That means up to 3 months it is effective, so mosquito can be controlled. So after 3 months you are going to spray again. So once every 3 months will be the answer. This time they have completely given a new type of questions, and that questions is they are going to ask about WHO definition of visual acuity. And the WHO definition of visual acuity they have given, the option is less than 360, less than 1 by 60, less than 6 by 60, and less than 6 by 18. And this time why they have asked these questions? Because earlier Indian guideline and WHO guideline for the blindness was different, but right now both having common, and that is less than 3 by 60 visual acuity. You also know about these things. This is given on Taneja Health Policy Program on 16th edition, page number 461. And you also know about the recent change. What is the recent change under International Classification of Disease with ICD 11? They have released this data in 2018. ICD 11. They have told about what they have written visual acuity, but in this they have written visual. They have told about V for visual and I for impairment. they have classified visual impairment. They have classified visual impairment in two category: distance vision impairment, near vision impairment. And under distance vision impairment and near vision impairment, there is in distant vision impairment there is presented visual acuity worsen than, and they have categorized accordingly to mild variety, moderate variety, severe variety of visual impairment, or blindness. 6 6 6 3, all having 60 60 60 60, less than. So percentage visual acuity worsen than, mild in case less than 6 by 60, moderate 6 by 18, 6 by 12, 6 by 18, mild 6 by 12, moderate 6 by 18, severe 6 by 60, less than, all are less than, and blindness less than 3 by 60. Near near vision's impairment here presented near visual acuity worsen than n by 6 with existing corrections. That means earlier they have included like visual acuity with best possible correction. They are not included in this, and so the answer of WHO definition of blindness with visual acuity of less than 3 by 60. What are the other questions? The questions is, a nurse spilled blood on the floor. It may be happen during your procedure if you are going to withdraw the blood. That blood may fall on the floor. What can be used to disinfect it? Remember, for the blood, the disinfectant of choice is anything that is chlorinated compound, and in the option the chlorinated compound is sodium hypochlorite. And this question has been asked multiple time in NEET PG examination, and that is also conducted by the same board, that is National Board of Examination. So they have asked the same questions. They have directly copy paste this question from NB another examination, and they have put in the foreign medical graduate examination. From the chapter preventive medicine and obstetrics, they have asked about what? They have asked about the visit, and they are asking minimum number of antenatal visit required for. The minimum is 4. In future they may ask when you, how you are calculated this 4. The first visit should be within 12 weeks. The mother must visit within 12 weeks, first visit. Second visit should be 14 to 26 week. That should be the again one visit. The third is 28 to 34 week, one another one visit, and remaining visit is 36 week to the term. So total 4 visit. You have to remember, you all this is 28 period of viability, this is gestation time 9 months. So easily you remember this thing. You must remember within the 12 week first visit must be there. Okay, so answer this, and you will find this on page number 575, Park textbook 25th editions. communicable and non-communicable disease. This is important, and this time they have asked many questions from these topics. What were the first questions? The a 5-year-old child come to the OPD with fever and rash. Fever and rash. Fever plus rash. Hot cake. For any examiner, they are going to ask these questions, and you have to mark correctly. And fever rash on the body, and there was a rashes on axilla and the abdomen and the flexor surface of the body, macule, papule and vesicle. That means seen at different stages and non-confirmed. They are completely typically described about the chicken pox, and you will find completely this explanation in the tabular form given on the park. Okay, the different variety of this is the hallmark of thing, all variety of mm, stages present there. In ORS, if you are taking the ORS along with glucose, ORS sodium is given along with glucose. Why? This is completely, this is not a question from the community medicine. You will find this question in the community medicine in the diarrhea chapter, or this may you will find it in the physiology. The medicine people also going to teach you this, why this is given, and interesting pediatrics people are also going to teach this. And this is the common question, this is common sense questions, and you will encounter this question in everywhere. And the answer is co-transport. You will find it on page number 244. This is image based question. They have given the image based questions with completely, they have given the history about a 2-year-old child presented to PSC with a runny nose and fever since 3 days. Since 3 days they are presented with fever and a running nose. Rash was started on the face and then spread to tongue. Face then trunk. Face then trunk. You easily mark this on measles. So this is clear cut things. You will get complete explanation on page number 16, 25th edition Spark. Occupational health. This is important and this is interesting questions. They have asked, a factory worker has a history of frequent exposure to groundnut. Frequent exposure to groundnut. Factory worker is there, and subsequently develop the hepatocellular carcinoma. They are going to develop the hepatocellular carcinoma. Most likely exposure associated with, that is occupational disease chapter. They are asking about the, and for the groundnut they are talking about aflatoxin, ergotoxin, sanguinary and pyrogen in the groundnut. This is basically aflatoxin. Aflatoxin, and aflatoxin is come from, this is a toxin and come from AF. AF means Aspergillus flavus. You can easily remember by that. And Aspergillus flavus, afla, L for liver toxicity. They are going to do the liver toxicity. Okay, so you can easily mark this question. If they ask about the ergotoxin, this is basically they do gastric type of toxicity. So the answer of this question will be aflatoxin. Okay, this is also important questions. True about silicosis is, this is very important question. They have asked occupational health. They are basically asking about the pneumoconiosis. Silicosis is a type of pneumoconiosis. If you know about this, it take 6 to 10 years to develop. No, it is usually developed above 10 years. It will take more than 10 years to develop. It is associated with bronchial carcinoma. No, bronchial carcinoma is associated with another type of pneumoconiosis that is developed with the asbestosis. Asbestosis. Asbestosis developed with asbestos, and asbestosis is more prone to bronchial carcinoma. Bronchial carcinoma. And if they ask which type of bronchial carcinoma, this is mesothelioma. Mesothelioma. TB screening should be done. Yes, in case of silicosis, TB screening should be done. Why? Because silicosis is prone to upper lobe of lung, and tuberculosis of lung also more prone at upper lobe. It is reversible once we remove the cause. No, it is pneumoconiosis. This is not a reversible condition. Definitely, you are going to stop the progression, but you cannot reverse the condition. So, definitely, answer of this question will be B. TB screening should be done, and you will find it on page number 867. Demography and family planning. This question, if you search on the net, you will find completely wrong answer. And if you are going to mark this, you have to mark the closest answer. Mid-year population is taken on, and this is basically 00.00.00, and this is 30 June. This is hour, this is minute, and this is second. That means 000. That means next day is going to start, and the next probable better answer is 1st July. After 30 June, 1st July is there. If you are going to search this answer on the internet or Google, you will definitely find the wrong answer where they have mentioned about that 30 June. That should not be the answer. The answer should be 1st July. This is also a very important and interesting questions, and that has been already asked in UPSC examination previously in CMS, combined medical services examination, and they have asked first time in this for medical graduate examination. What was the question? A male undergo vasectomy. Vasectomy means permanent method of sterilization. They have gone. After 3 months, his wife got pregnant. He have done vasectomy and wife got pregnant after 3 months. This is completely a different thing. What advice should you be given to him by post vasectomy? Vasectomy has been done. That means permanent method of sterilization has been done, and his wife got pregnant. That means after vasectomy you must give some advices, and that is post vasectomy advices. And what are the post vasectomy advices? The question is asking about that, and the answer of this question is use of barrier method for 3 months after vasectomy. There are other option was female condom used for 1 month. No. OCP used for 1 month. No. Abstinence for 3 months after the vasectomy procedure. No. After vasectomy, you should advise minimum 3 months for the barrier method. Either condom, or if female is using, he should use OCP for the 3 month, male for the condom. And in book they have mentioned about the minimum 30 ejaculation, but better go with the durations. Okay, so 3 month use of barrier method after vasectomy is advised. They have asked about image based question, and they have been already asked these questions in previous examinations, but this time they have chosen option closely. And if you have read clearly my notes, my lectures, or my recorded lecture, you will find I have mentioned completely these things. This question you also find in obstetrics and gynecology. They have taught clearly. Identify the image given below. They have mentioned copper T380A, copper T220A. Both they have mentioned copper T. This is copper T, but which type of 380A or 220A? The answer is definitely 380A. They also mention about the Nova T. So the closest answer was there. This was this was copper. They have copper T. If you see this image clearly, this is copper T and this is copper 220. You will able to appreciate these things. Copper T. This is completely wiring, and they are in between induction is there. This is copper 380A and this is 220. They have asked about, also they mention about 200, but in 200, in the stem part, side stem part, you will not find any wiring. And if they option give about streamline, you will find like this. Why not multi-loaded copper 375? If they are multi-loaded, you will find these type of things, multi-loaded. And okay, and nobody like these things, nobody is like these things, nobody, they are bent like this. So the answer is copper T 380. Disaster management, this is the very important chapter, and these questions and this topic has asked in any exams. If you are going to appear UPSC examination, you are going to appear foreign medical graduate examination, you are going to appear pre PG examination, you will find these questions. And this time they have given in a train accident 74 people had died, 64 were severely injured, and 20 moderately injured, and 32 mildly injured. Color coding of triage from highest to lowest priority, that means you have to decide this triage, you have to separate these things on the basis of priority level so that you can save the life. And they have given closely two options: red, yellow, green, black, black, green, yellow, red. If you are not going to notice what they have asked in the question, highest to lowest or lowest to highest, highest means you have going to give the priority at earliest, lowest means black, they have dead. Why you are worried about the dead? They have already dead. Green is ambulatory patient. So the answer is red, yellow, green, black, highest to lowest. And this has been clearly mentioned on page number 857 in the park latest editions. Nutrition and health, from this chapter they have asked about the least iron content present in iron, you know. They have asked the source of iron. This is basically a viva question during the MBBS undergraduate university examination, but at this time they have asked about the content source. Iron is found in two sources: either it may be the plant source or it may be the animal source. The plant source is basically, or animal source is basically him and non him. What are the plant source? Plant source basically vegetables origins. They are green vegetable, leafy vegetables, or they are animal. Animal means it found in liver, meat, poultry. You will find the source of iron. But milk is, remember, milk is the least iron content present in the milk. But remember, this is not human milk. Human milk, that is breast milk. Here iron content is almost good, or if you are going to tell the less, but the bioavailability of iron is more. So if mother is doing exclusive breastfeeding to her baby or his baby, her baby, the iron is not required from outside the sources, because bioavailability of iron is good. Least content of iron present in milk. Okay. Image based questions, logo in the exam they have given about the standard different type of standard given, the ISI standard, PFA standard, IGMARC standard, BIS standard, Bureau of Indian Standard. But they have, in the exam they have put in this image, and this is basically a Bureau of Indian Standard. This is not FASI, FSSAI, Food Safety Standard Authority of India. If you are eating any kind of food, either Pepsi, Coca-Cola, any chips, Kurkure, if anything, they have written, they have completely marked about this FFSI, FASI. They have written about what are they are basically they are going to check about what are the content in gradient present in that food. Okay, so this is base hallmark, this is egg mark, this is government of India, and this is ISI mark. ISI mark, if you are watching carefully about a different kind of ad given in the television, you will find this is ISI mark, this is a standard mark, and this is F4. So answer of this will be BIS. Health planning management. They have asked about in the hospital systematic observation of recording of doctor spending time with the patient. That means they are going to record systematic data. Doctor is spending the time with the patient care and time without patient care. That means they are going to record the systematic data with time, and this is nothing but work sampling. This is simple definitions. Health care of community. You are going to care the health of a community, and they have asked all of the following are the principle of primary health care except, and the option was this is a typical Viva question during your undergraduate examination during the MBBS curriculum. The four pillar of primary health care, the four pillar primary. If you are going to mark, you are going to this type of mark. So this is basic questions. They have mentioned community participation, intersectoral coordination, equitable distribution, and this time they have slightly changed the option. Appropriate technology they have not given, they have given appropriate facility. It should be appropriate technology, and the best example of appropriate technology is use of ORS for the diarrhea management. This is appropriate technology. You will find this on page number 951 on text book. Communication for the health education. You are going to give the education, health education, and they have asked Delphi technique for this is used for the group. This is very simple question. This is from the definition things. Basic medical statistics. They have asked about in different type of graphs secular trend of disease. That is secular trend of disease means long term, and long term or short term it decided only by the time, and the line diagram is basically these things. A researcher did a study on his staff, nurse, and JR during yoga, divided into male and female. Effective yoga infection. Yoga show 25% decrease in infections. That means one researcher is doing a study on different type of people, and they have found that 25% decrease in infections if you are doing yoga. Yes, you know everyone is going and as a community medicine expert, we are also advised to do the yoga thing and to do the lifestyle modification thing to prevent the different kind of diseases. Which of is the best test of significance? They are going to ask about the best test of significance. So they have given 25% decrease. 25% decrease, that means what they have mentioned about, they have mentioned about the percentage, and if they have mentioned about the percentage, that means it is which type of parametric and non parametric. This is non parametric, and for the non parametric test of significance is chi-square test. This is non parametric. If they have asked about the parametric quantitative data, that is the test will be ANOVA and J test. But they have asked about the they have given in percentage, that means they have asked about the qualitative data, that means non parametric data, that is chi-square test. So the best answer, if your basic is clear, you are going to mark this answer correctly in the exam, and you will find at page number 915 on the latest textbook of the park. Again image based questions were there in the examination, and they have first time given this exam in this image in the exams. So definitely you are going to encounter this in the future exam, and future exam not I am telling you are going to appear again in the foreign medical graduate examination. You are going to appear in the NEET PG examination that conducted also by the same board NB. Bar diagram, histogram, frequency polygon, scatter diagram. I would like to tell what are the difference between these things, so that in future if another question will come on the same topic, you will able to mark correctly. And this is simple bar diagram. This is why I am doing like that, because if you are going to meet these things, you are going to create frequency polygon. And what is this? This is basically, this is basically histogram. Bar diagram is like that. This is a scattered things, a scatter diagram. So this is very easy, you easily able to mark this. If exam is there and recent thing happening around you, there must be one question from that. And this time the recent hot topic is COVID. You as a doctor, you as a medical student, you must know about the COVID-19. And the COVID-19 right now, the method of sample collection is more important. That's why they have asked, they have given the picture about the identify the investigation. And this investigation is for the, and this investigation is for the what they are doing. This is doing, they are entering device from the nasal, and they have entered to the pharynx part. That means they are, what they are doing, they are taking nasopharyngeal swab. They are taking nasopharyngeal swab, and the nasopharyngeal swab is taken for the recent topic. They have given the example of the COVID-19. COVID-19. Okay. You also know about the COVID-19. You are going to do RT-PCR. RT-PCR means reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction. If they ask, you easily able to mark. In future they are definitely going to ask about what are the pulmonary complication about that, which type of lungs failure is going on in the heart, which organ system is infected by the COVID-19, and what are the standard protocol. Because why I am talking about the standard protocol, protocol is continuously change, going on change. I earlier, which drug was used, what are the saturation O2, what were the drugs, what are the monoclonal antibodies going to use in the COVID-19. Because every time WHO guideline is going to change, the AIMS protocol has going to change it. Recently, 2 days back, the AIMS protocol has changed for the management of the COVID-19. So we have discussed a total of 34 questions. Out of that, what I have noticed, and you have also noticed, I have given the complete reference of these. Why I have given complete reference of these? So that you can realize that the question is from the textbook, and that textbook you have read, that is Park. You will find all question in any places, in any recorded lecture, or in any places, or any video lecture or live lecture, or any face to face classes. My aim is to tell you, if in the community medicine question will come, that will directly from the basic textbook what you have read during your MBBS curriculum. Or if something new is coming, that is for health program, that is you have to take a regular update, either from the net or either from the government websites. Second things, if you have gone through my lecture, topic wise lecture or face to face classes, I also mention what is important, what is not important, because as a medical graduate, it's not practically possible to reach everything. Because if you are going to read the Park itself, it's not a small thing, because it is more than 1000 pages, and for the one subject you are going to devote this much time, it's not practically possible, because you have to read 19 subjects. So my sincere advice is to follow my lecture, my live classes, or my online lecture or recorded classes. You will find I have concise. You can tell I have decoded the parts, so that it will be easy for you to recall this in the exam. And if you have already given this examination for medical graduate, this topic is not like that you should not know, because you have to know this topic for your NEET PG examination, because they are right now foreign medical graduate examination and NEET PG examination not a huge difference, because they have also entered the clinical based questions, and this time the paper was tough, but not from the community medicine point of view. The paper from the community medicine points of view was relatively balance paper, because they have covered almost every chapter. That's why I have mentioned every chapter and every page number, so that you can realize this is not just like that they have mentioned this chapter is more important, this chapter is less important, because every questions matter. And for the qualifying with the flying color, you have to take a 50% cut off marks. After that you will able to achieve that. If you are going to score very good, this is a ground for you to tackle your upcoming examination, because you have good kind of confidence, and your NEET PG examination is definitely going to happen in most probably in the January. If maximum delay, it will for 1 or 2 week. So within first or second week of January, you are going to give the examination for the NEET PG. So your foundation should be strong. So you must revise these topic, these area from any sources what you are reading, either from face-to-face classes, live classes, or recorded classes. You must go through that. I have covered everything in my notes, lectures, and online video. For recent regular update, you should follow YouTube channel. Either you follow DNM Medical, or you follow DNM Medical page on the Facebook, or NEET PG recent update in the Facebook community group. Thank you so much. I pray you will all come with flying color. Best of luck. Thank you.